Morning, I'm Regina Robinson, and I'm the CEO of Regina Robinson Enterprises, and my topic from the top was unlock your inner confidence and show up as the authentic you. So ladies, welcome. I want to get all the ladies in the room to stand to your feet for a minute, because remember we said unlock your inner confidence and show up as the authentic you. So we're going to unveil the authentic you today, because some of you are not authentically here, but you're here in this manner. So in this manner, you no longer see me, right? But you still hear me. But my goal is to make sure that you can see me and hear me. And so that should always be your goal as well. So repeat after me. I am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am wonderful.
I am wonderful.
I am confident.
I am confident.
And I am no longer showing up
And I am no longer showing up
as someone else or who other people want me to be. Today I am showing up just as me.
Today I am showing up just as me.
You may sit down. Doesn't that feel good to show up just as you? Because oftentimes when we show up trying to be what everyone else wants us to be. That we forget about who we actually are happy being. And how do I know that? For so long I showed up, but I showed up like this. So no one knew who I was, but I looked good. So that was one thing they knew. But on the inside, what they didn't understand and what they were unfamiliar with was that I was insecure and I lacked confidence. But when I showed up, you didn't know that. Because I entered the room and I took presence, but the presence was not one that was warranted, right? Because I was not fully aware of who I was. I was fully aware of who everyone wanted me to be, but not who I should have been at that time in my life. So I had to go on a journey of discovery. So today we're going to go on a journey of discovery, because some of you will be able to release what we call the mask, right? I didn't have my mask because I traveled very far. So I didn't want to get it crushed in my suitcase. But just pretend, because some of you wear a mask every day when you show up, right? When you show up to your husbands, to your children, to your family, and to your life. But today we're going to unveil and remove the mask. And that's going to require you to feel a little discomfort. But I didn't stop by to make you feel good. I stopped by so that you can get a little uncomfortable, so your dress get a little tighter, your pants feel a little loose, and then you feel a little greater when you leave the room. You never want to enter one way and leave the same way. You should always be looking to show up and leave a totally different person. So if I can make you feel a little uncomfortable today in this session, you'll leave a little differently from here today. So some of us are showing up the way we are only simply because our past is holding us back. We have refused to let go of some things that made us feel ashamed, some things that made us feel like we were not worthy, some things that made us feel like if I take this chance, I might fail. But what we didn't realize, and no one told us that, but if you don't fail, you'll never be successful. So in order to be successful, you have to first be willing to fail. How many of you are willing to fail? How many of you have failed? I mean, every hand should be up, right? How many of you know you're going to have to fail a few more times? How many of you have failed and scraped up your knees and bruised up your elbows and felt a little discomfort? How many have felt that? Right? I have a motivational speaker who I love, Les Brown, and he says that when you fall, as long as you fall on your back and you can look up, you will surely be able to get up. So as long as you keep falling and you make sure you're looking up, you're going to always be able to get back up. See, that's the part that's important. Will you get back up when you fall? See, as women, we get the whoa, and they say, knock, knock, whoa, and he say, who is it? It's me. And you answer every time. And so we have to get out of the woe is me mentality and say, look, I failed, but what did I learn in that lesson when I failed? Because that's what we need to live on and drive on, is what lesson did you get from it? And don't be afraid to learn from the lesson and grow from the lesson. Most of us don't want to grow because it feels a little discomfortable, right? A little uncomfortable. But can I tell you, in our uncomfortableness is where we'll grow the most. And so I went on a discovery about 3 years ago. I was about 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds heavier than this. But watch out now. I'm ready. So literally, ladies, Stop hiding behind pounds, right? But when I discovered it was never about my skirt size as much as it was about the weight I was carrying up here. And the weight that was weighing on me right here. See, that's what happens, because you can shed the pounds, but they coming back if you don't heal here. And see, so as women, we healing everybody else around us, our children, our sisters, our sister girls, our mother, and we giving them everything we have, and we forget to give us what we need. We deplete ourselves and we never get replenished back. How many of you are depleted and haven't been replenished? How many of you know you were around some people where you giving everything and you ain't getting nothing in return? It's time to get in the circle. It's time to remove yourself.
Girl.
It's time for you to meet some new people.
Girl.
People are no longer serving you.
No.
And am I saying that you are better than them? Absolutely not. But
No.
you got to be willing to grow, right?
That's
I say
right.
all the time, your greatness lies at the edge. The problem is most of you, and y'all got high heels on the speakers, we get like this. We lift up and we peeking. Oh, can I just see what's on the other side? Can you just show me? He says, look, go look a little closer. Stop looking and just jump. You say, oh. And then the light hits you and you back up again, right? You say, oh my gosh, this didn't go the way I planned it. Oh, my job says we no longer need you. Or I don't really like going sitting in that cubicle every day. Or I don't really like showing up seeing Susie at the coffee machine because she gossiped too much. And I want to tell her, shh, girl, be quiet. Right? Or I don't want to get around a person who has the negative energy, like she said, and they depleting my energy, so I'm always drained. So every time I get a little closer to the edge, I'm peeking. But can I tell you, stop peeking and jump. If you keep peeking, you'll never experience what's on the other side. Can I tell you, if you don't get on the other side, you're missing out on so much in your life.
Yes.
I was that person. I was missing out. I got closer every time, and then I backed up. And I said, I'm afraid. See, most of you are afraid of what success looks like. I knew that. I said, I said, oh my God, are you serious? Am I really afraid? He said, Josh, you're afraid. I said, well, why would I be afraid of what success? Because too much is given.
Much is required.
So some of us don't want to take on what's necessary for that part. But can I tell you, until you take over, you're doing a disservice to somebody who's waiting on you. That's right. Because somebody needs you, your story, your life, whatever you have to give. Someone is waiting for you to step in your shoes, right? Ladies, stop trying to wear shoes that don't fit. They hurt your feet. You have blisters at the end of the night if you wear shoes that don't fit. Step into your shoes that uniquely belong to you. See, I don't want to walk in anybody else's shoes. I want to walk in my fancy shoes. Because they my size, they my style, and they most importantly got my favorite color. So if I put on somebody else's shoes, I look like them, and I don't want to look like anybody else but me. And so you have to stop trying to fit in with where everybody else is and fit in right in that unique lane he has for you and walk it out. What they say that's on now? Walk it out. So, and just walk out in your lane, but stop being afraid. See, the biggest thing is we're afraid. Can I tell you, fear is never going to leave you? Never going to leave you.
So you might as well show
up.
up.
But so you might as well get ready. And so when fear knocks, you'll be able to say, is that all you got this time?
Girl,
when fear knocks down on my shoulder, I say, you ought to come better than that. I'm still about to do this. I am a Amazon bestselling author, and I wanted to write a book to tell women how to unlock their inner confidence and show up in their power. And fear said, who's going to read it? Who do you know, right? So then I said, that's all right. God says, listen, write the book, and I already have the people who need it. But if you stand here and you be afraid and you keep peeking and you don't take the jump, I took the jump, and now that book is in everywhere, and now I'm in New Delhi, so I know I'm leaving a couple here. Back then I said, who's going to read it? Never did I know I was going to be here in New Delhi, India. Now I know who's going to read it, and some more people. So we got to stop waiting, trying to see everything perfect. Ladies, how many of y'all know y'all got type A personality? Everything got to be perfect. Raise your hand. It's all right. Everybody looking. Everybody close your eyes and let everybody raise their hand.
Girl, get off my shoes.
You have got to stop waiting for the carpet. Y'all waiting on, listen, everybody want to get their shine on the red carpet. Some of us ain't making it to the Grammys on the red carpet. Create your own red carpet. Why are you waiting to get to the Grammy night to get your red carpet? My red carpet right here. What did I say now? Walk it out. Y'all better get on your red carpet and walk. So when your life says it's time for you to do something different, whether it's move from your